This is my current Crosscut Sled. I'm having to squat down a bit because I can't quite figure out the camera logistics. So this is what I'm currently using. It's something I made to chop flooring, I think, this sort of stuff. It worked well. It did the job. My floor looks good, in my opinion. And now it's becoming a bit dated, and I think as my woodworking expertise gets this much better, I'm needing to have something slightly better. So currently this one, the fence, I don't know if you can see it there, it's not too sturdy. I can't clamp to it. I can't really get clamps over here and onto the workpiece. Dust gets trapped here in the corners. Really, that should have a little chamfer in it. I can't hold it anywhere without putting my fingers over the top towards the blade, which obviously isn't safe. The fence isn't actually completely straight. I actually used this part here as a reference, which should be straight, and I just screwed that onto there. But that might not actually be straight. It's probably not. These rails could be a bit longer. These are, I think, a tulip, a little off-cut tulip. They don't fit the rails here 100%, so I do get a slight bit of wobble. So I'm going to replace this with a new one. But first of all, we're going to plan that, like, you know, I think people are supposed to do before they start any big project. Piece of paper, pencil, caliper, and my steel rule, and I'm just going to quickly take some measurements so that I can know what I'm working with. Drop my pencil in a channel. Okay, the next thing I need to do is I need to check which stock of plywood I've got in, and I am going to do a transformation video of my garage, but I'll give you a sneak peek of why I can't record this. Yeah, I need to get back there. Or there.
Here we are in SketchUp. I'm no expert in SketchUp. It sounds like I'm saying ketchup. I am no expert in SketchUp. I have modelled the bed for the table saw so that we have something to start with. Let's get planning. First of all, I'm going to do a wee square there where the plywood will be, and I know that I've got 18mm in the garage. I did model the blade popping through just here, so I get an idea of how high I need to make the fence. So let's put a measurement from here to the ply. I want you to be straighter. Okay. It's about 63. I don't care too much. I just want to make sure the fence is higher up than the blade, to be honest. So let's do the fence. I'm going to stick with measurements that are fairly easy to remember, like 100mm for the distance between the fence and the edge there. That should give me plenty of space for my hands. And then let's put the actual fence in place, which is 18mm, which I'm going to double up, so we'll have a 36mm fence there. And how high do we want this to be? Let's have a look at 100. Oh, yeah, 100 looks good. 100 means it's going to be, the blade will go plenty under, it'll have some strength there, and I could lower the edges down. In fact, let's do that. Okay, on either side of the blade, let's have a little clearance area. Let's say from the edge we'll do 250mm. Nah, let's do 200. Why are you doing that? From here, let's do 200mm, and from here, let's do 200mm. Now they're different because it turns out my blade is actually offset a little bit, and I'm just thinking, yeah, let's just go with what the blade offset and we'll leave this, these distances will be different. Let's just leave it be. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this line up there and around there on both sides, all the way down to the bottom. There's probably an easier way to do this. Why isn't that straight? That doesn't. I'm really confused now. Is it straight? How do I go into an orthographic view? The problem with me using this tool is I always end up holding buttons down and doing things that I don't want to do. Actually, it is straight. Okay, and that will be the part that I'll keep high up, and then I'll lower down these sides. And the reason I want to do that is so that I can clamp and get clamps around there. So actually, let's add, because I think this distance is too big, can I just go straight over? No, that's annoying. Okay, let's add, from there we'll do another 50 millimeters, and from here we'll do another 50 millimeters, and we will put that over the top there, and there, down there. Okay, and then what we can do is grab you and you and lower you down. Okay, let's get the measurements first. Okay, so it's 100 at the minute. Grab you and we'll bring you down. I think, if it's 50 too low, yeah, I think 60 might be good. If I can do it. Can I just do minus 9 millimeters now? Yes. No. I want to do +1. 1 millimeter up. Oh, curse you. And my SketchUp knowledge is at its capacity. There, done it. Okay, so the reason I've put that lower down is that I can put a clamp over the edge there to the workpiece. That'll help me. I might even have a rail along here if plywood can route well, which we'll see. Okay, I'm going to put a line across there and across here, because I don't think I want my fence to go all the way to the extents, at least on one side. And the reason being is that if I want to do a 45-degree cut on a long piece, then I need that piece to be able to go past the fence on this side. So I think I'm going to bring this in maybe 25 millimeters. Oh, no, that's nothing. 50 millimeters. I don't know if that's actually going to give me any benefit, to be honest. I don't think I'd have to have it so far away from the blade that I don't know if that's worth even doing. No, there's no point. I'd have to have it so far back that I'm just not going to get any benefit from doing that. Okay, let's add some handles onto this, and I think we'll use the line we've already got here, and this will be 18 millimeters. And I should probably learn how to mirror or something like that. 18 millimeters, and both of these can come up to, hey, okay, fine, I'll do it individually. Up to there. I think we want to make sure we can get a clamp around this edge and over the top. Okay, I have decided that I would like to have this just a smidge higher. I really wish I could do multiple of these at once. Those and these two, I would like to come up a little bit on the x-axis to about 75. It was 60 before. We'll do 70, that looks good. I want a little bit more space on this side. So in terms of clamping, obviously I wanted to be able to clamp over the top of the fence here, but I'm not entirely sure that's going to be possible with the handle placements. So I am going to work on getting some rails down, which I'll add in now. And it looks like most rails are... could I please have some snapping in that corner? Okay, I think it is snapping, it's just not telling me it is. And these rails are, I think they're 19mm across. Oh, that's quite far from the blade. Okay, let's do it on the other side. We need these rails to be close to the blade so they can clamp the workpiece down. And I think this is probably the perfect spot for them here. Okay, 90 on that side. 90 on that side. If it wants to do it. There we go. And we will drop them down by, ooh, I can't remember the measurements. I think they were, let's just say we'll say the 10mm deep. Oof, that's a huge amount from the base. I don't love that. Okay, what we'll do is we're going to put a cut off at the back here, and we're going to make that 100mm. Yeah. Okay, we're going to need a support on the back here anyway, and the channels. The reason I feel a bit uneasy about it is, actually I don't feel as uneasy as I did. 10. Okay, there we go. How far is that from the blade? I don't think that measurement's correct. It's about 70mm. And the clamp itself will have some length as well, so yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there's going to be T-tracks sat in those channels, and that'll be about 40. Do you know, I'm tempted to move them forward a bit more. I really don't. I don't think it's necessary for them to be that long, because I'd have to be okay, no, we'll leave them that long. And now along the back, because there's going to be effectively a line here, or a hole in the workpiece where the blade's going to run the channel, I'm going to add an extra support at the back, and we'll run that from here, and we'll do 36 because that's going to be the width of our plywood. That's a doubled up one, and we'll make this match the fence at the front. And that's just there for strength. Maybe I should make it a little wider. No. Yeah, maybe. No. Ooh, I don't know. I want it wider. because it's my sled and that's what I want. Okay, get rid of them and 100 millimeters. Or that's 100. Is this gonna look terrible? Yes. Yes, forget about it. Oh, I'm undoing everything. Forward. Okay. Now, delete. I don't know why I record these videos so early in the morning. I can barely think. In fact, I have my coffee next to me. And I haven't even taken a sip yet. There we go. Oh Jesus, that's so hot. Okay. The reason I wanted that a bit wider is just for added strength. Always. Okay. Next thing, let's get the handles in. I don't love the handles being this far from the middle. My justification is, if I'm pushing a handle which is here, it's going to be applying force in a kind of this angle. I'd have to be pushing both at the same time on this side and on this side to have full, forward force. But the closer the handles are to the centre of the blade, the more forward the force will be. So I think what I want to do is actually move. I don't know if I could just take these and remove them. I think if I move them. Oh, okay. Let's put a line across here to detach it from there and see if it'll work. Nah, I didn't think so. Those two vertices are connected, although if I could achieve that, that would be cool. It's never going to happen. One line at a time, we delete. That's... oh. It must be painful watching me use this application. I'm so terrified to start holding shift down or other keys in case I do something that I don't want to do. I don't know where my little indicators have gone for. I must see, this is what I mean. I must have pressed something and now they're no longer there and it's making me feel a little sad. Okay. What were we doing? This is going to come across here. This is going to come across here. Then I need a block for support against that fence, which is going to be like 18 mil. And then on this side the same, 18 mil. Then we're going to... okay, I'm going to try... oh, little plus icon. How did I get... come back? Hey, it's back again. Oh, okay. And we're going to push this up 70 millimeters. I'm going to put this up 70 millimeters. And then we'll do the same over here. I'm going to leave a gap on this edge of 100, which means I can clamp around that edge if I want to. Then we're going to need another line here for 80 millimeters. and one on this side for, again, 18mm, and both of them need to come up 70mm. Okay, so that will support the fence nicely. And then each of these, see, I can't see the midpoint now. This is going to get really, look, midpoint, there it is. So this is just guesswork. I'm getting to the point where I should just Google what's wrong with SketchUp and how to turn that thing back on. Anyway, okay, and then I can't remember what size I have in the garage. Probably 10. Maybe 12 actually. Okay, 12mm and 12mm. Delete that one and delete that there. Then extrude across here. There's my handle. There's my handle. Okay, what I like about that is when I push on one of those handles, it's going to be applying force this way, which is nice. I can still clamp around here, and I can still clamp around here. Getting a clamp over this fence is still going to be a problem, but the T-track that I'm going to try and get in here will have clamps to solve that problem. I did see people put T-track along the top of the fence here and have clamps that go down over the top. It is tempting, and I'd have to get rid of this jaunty angle here. But I don't know if I'll need that, to be honest, because I'm going to have the clamps in the T-track, and I may regret that decision, but I'm just going to stick to it for now. Last thing I want to do here is have some sort of block, and it might just be a support, just to kind of remind me to keep that, my fingers shouldn't go there. And I think that's going to be 18mm on that side and 18mm on that side, because I want to double this up, and I'm just going to make this midpoint there, and let's just, it doesn't really matter how high this is purely here to make sure I don't stick my hands in the blade, really. Yeah, maybe I should have it come the rest of the way out. I just feel like, I can paint that red or gold, and it's almost just some way of indicating that this is danger area. Don't stick your hand here. Either way, that doesn't have to look like that. That's just me just throwing together. Oh, actually, instead of doing it like that, if I do the what might be better for me is if I layer the ply this way, and then I can decide how thick I want it at another point. Because the blade's not... Okay, do you know what? It doesn't matter. This is just getting into too much detail right now. I will put something there, but I don't know what yet. And that will do for now. Okay, another thing I need to do is my other table saw didn't have a blade, sorry, a chamfer on here, which it should have had. So I'm going to add that on this one. And this, what I'm about to do, isn't going to be a 45-degree angle, but it's fine. I'm just trying to represent what I need to do, and that is that. It won't be that harsh. It's just so that dust doesn't get stuck up against the fence and skew the angle that you're on. I think that's everything. I've got my back support, finger guard, don't have that, handles, T-track. The fence is thickened, so it's much stronger than previously. The T-track I've considered clamps, and you can clamp around there. Okay, I think we're ready to go to the garage and build this thing. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep an eye on this series. The next video will be starting to build the rails for the sled.